Hello, this is Lando Abyss and welcome back to the channel. So today I want to go over the retain comp that I've been playing recently, and I was able to get a decent build, and I just want to go over the team, like what I try to focus on so you could try it if you want to test this team out. So the team that I took was Kelpie, Allaya, and Beryl. The two main characters that you really need is Beryl and Allaya. Although I believe Beryl, you could probably still get out a ton of damage with Beryl, but with Allaya, it focuses on like doing massive damage in like basically one turn. You're stacking up this damage, and honestly, out of nowhere, boom, you're just completely destroying a boss basically in one turn. So I was able to get this save data for Beryl. It's not perfect because I'm still missing this epiphany on guilty pleasure. So the epiphany I'm talking about is this epiphany right here: activate retain effect of all cards in hand. The reason why I want that because I basically want to double up on basically those two effects. So Allaya also has the effect also basically activate all retain effects of all cards in hand. So I basically want two of those, but sadly I didn't get it on this save data. Although this save data is really good, I wasn't able to get it. And if I did get it, it would be quite perfect because as right here, as you can see, I got the retain damage on open and found, and I also got retain damage on charge shot. So with this, the damage just completely stacks up. So you don't actually have to go like the ×2 damage because this one basically means it shoots twice. Because charge shot actually has like another effect, retain effect, that basically boosted the damage by a lot right here. So you can also go for this one. This one boosts the damage a lot. So it really stacks up. So I go for either these two epiphanies because I want the plus 50% damage, and I wanted to keep stacking because the comp is honestly a sustained comp. So we just stay in there stalling until we could just blow up the boss with a lot of the damage. As you can see, I have a lot of zero cost cards. So these zero cost cards are basically a lot of chip damage to take out the other mobs that the boss sums, or to take out a certain mob that basically being problematic as I'm stacking damage. And they also allow me to draw. So basically, I'm basically going through my deck quite quickly all the time because I have a lot of draw cards in this deck. And the idea is that I'm going through basically all my deck, but I'm keeping 4 cards in my hand. So the 4 cards I keep in my hand is open and found, charge shot, because these two are stacking damage. And then I'm keeping 2 of Allaya creation cards in my hand also. So 2 creation cards I'm keeping in my hand is Tufty and Swifty. So Tufty is for the healing and the sustain, and Swifty is for that extra big burst damage also, because as you can see, it stacks up damage. And when you combine the 2 cards, Will of Light and Guilty Pleasure, the damage just skyrockets. Honestly, like it really skyrockets, and it just does a ton. And if you're able to get this one, this growth acceleration, so I was able to get this one too. This one right here on the left, the 0 cost one, this allows you to choose any card in hand and proc the retain effect twice. So this is the reason why this is very good, and the reason why Allaya works very well with Beryl is because I could trigger Beryl retain effects twice, basically boosting up that damage even more. And also, this card is honestly very good because now I could also trigger like the effect of Swifty. If I need extra damage, I could boost up Swifty damage, or I could even actually, it's right here. I could boost up Swifty damage right here 3 times. If you take this effect, you could boost up Swifty damage 3 times. And that's a lot of damage. That's 450%. That's a lot. Or I could just heal up using a sturdy right here, because the retain effect gives me a heal. So as you can see, Allaya's quite good. She does a lot. Like, she's quite cool, but I ain't gonna lie, she's quite niche. So she's very good at what she does and like the category she in, but I would say like overall in general, she's a little questionable, but she is fun. I would give her that. And she can sustain herself. Like, she can heal a lot and she could dish out damage by herself, but her synergy with other teams is like a little skeptical. But if you have a team that needs a lot of cards, or like say like you have someone, apparently, because I know a certain character called Tressa. So like if you get a certain epiphany of her, she could change basically your whole into daggers. And right here, I guess this right here, like if you have like a effect like this, discard all cards and create shadow daggers, Allaya makes a lot of cards. So, and those cards are basically creation cards that you can honestly get rid of and you don't really need. So if you have a character that benefits from a lot of cards, Allaya is very good for that. And then also, if you have a character that benefits from skill cards, because the creation cards are actually skill cards, and you have a lot of these in your hand. So if you have a character that benefits from skill cards, like Ren actually, Ren actually benefits from skill cards and she do a little bit more damage. That has some type of synergy also. So I was able, and I also just pulled Ren, so I'll be making a video with that to see if the comp really works well. So back to this retain comp. These two are very good. And honestly, you could probably pick someone else, but I picked Kelpie in because Kelpie is very good too. You can honestly throw her into any comp. And also, Kelpie has some retain effects also, as you can see right here. This boosts the vulture rejection damage plus 60. And then we also have right here, when sitting in hand, you get shield also 93% shield if you letting this retain in your hand. Now, as you can see, that is the comp that's basically going for. I say the comp is very fun. I enjoy the comp. It does a lot. Beryl really puts in a lot of damage, and also Allaya. These two actually do a crap ton of damage, and Kelpie honestly is there for sustain. She is there to actually like keep the team kind of healthy and basically with shields and supply a little bit more damage. So this is the build that I got with this is the build I made that run also, as you can see right here. She's mainly there for tankiness and a little bit of damage. So that run, I got the epiphany of shield for each card in hand. And honestly, this was actually quite clutch because my hand is constantly full all the time. So I'm just getting massive shields when this procs. And lastly, oh, I forgot to talk about the reason why I also like Allaya, because I have a lot of cards in hand, so getting this 20% damage for having 6 or more cards in hand is really massive. It's just a really big boost in damage, and it really helps her out. And her equipment right here is just 10% attack on even turns. And then you also see she's missing a chest piece, so this deck could just honestly be a lot better. So I'll keep working on this until I get like almost like the perfect build for her. The only thing I truly was missing is just the epiphany effect that basically triggers and activates all retain effects in hand. If I had got this, then this build would have been honestly perfect. I would have kept that Beryl build, but I gotta keep pushing until I get that build and I get a few more. I get these again. I'll get 2 divine epiphanies on both of these, and then I think I have the perfect Beryl build for the retain comp. So that is basically the retain comp that I've been playing and having a lot of fun with. Allaya does well in accelerating Beryl's damage very quickly, especially with her 2 cards, Will of Light and Growth Acceleration. As you can even see, it says it right there. She really does well in supporting Beryl and making sure Beryl could stack her retain damage a lot faster. So give this team a try. It's really fun. You really only need Allaya, so I guess she's a 5-star, so it might be a lot harder to get her. But if you do have Allaya, do try out because Beryl's a 4-star. And these 4-stars are kind of cracked in this game. Like, they could do so much. So if you have Allaya, try out the comp with Beryl. And it's going to perform very well. So give it a try. Let me know how it goes. And thanks for watching the video. Take care.